Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 165, Boco and the Cocoa. So you're visiting too? What a coincidence, so am I. Yes, said Victor, but not for much longer. I think I've outstayed my welcome by a few weeks. Don't worry, said Gator. It's not your fault that the seas are still rough. The weather has been terrible so far this year, and your ship is in bad shape. Yeah, said Bulstrode, and I'm sure Sir Topham Hatt doesn't mind you staying here a while. Victor sighed with relief. I'm very grateful to have gotten a chance to see the Island of Sodor. Many engines talk about it as if it's a magical tale, not really sure if it exists or not. We exist all right, said Cranky, although I'm not really sure about the magic part. Just then, Boco arrived at the docks. Making new friends, are we, Gator? Oh, yes! An engine can never have too many friends. Boco backed up and was coupled to a train. What's that for? Asked Victor. It's a train full of cocoa, and I'm taking it to the airport where Jeremy is going to fly some to the mainland overnight. I best be going now. You all better stay out of trouble while I'm gone. The engines chuckled and Boco pulled the train away. He was making good time when he was forced to stop at a signal outside of Elsbridge Station. What's the meaning of this? Asked Boco. This is an important train and it needs to get to the airport as soon as possible. Look, it's practically right there. He honked his horn impatiently. I don't have time for this, he grumbled crossly. The signalman stepped outside. Sorry, Boco, he said, but I received a report that another train is coming through soon, and I was told to divert all engines in the way. How rude, muttered Boco. This better not take long. Just then an engine flew past the signal and was gone. Who was that? Cried Boco. That engine didn't look familiar at all. Well, I don't know, said the signalman. I'm just doing my job. Wait a moment, said Boco. Are you sure that maybe I'm the important train and you're supposed to stop engines like that instead of me? Oh, said the signalman, you're probably right. Boco sighed and reversed. I have a feeling that engine doesn't belong on Sodor, he said, and I'm going to make sure. Boco pulled the train hard and tried to catch up. He flew under Toby's windmill, but suddenly derailed and crashed off the track without any warning. Boco was furious, and the engine had escaped. Of course, said Boco crossly. Just perfect. Sir Topham Hatt is never going to believe this. The cleanup crew arrived and Sir Topham Hatt was there as well. This isn't your fault, Boco, he said. These tracks here are covered in some old tar. An incident with Gator, Henry, and Gordon from a few weeks ago. I forgot to have it cleaned up, and this is the result. Boco was surprised. Usually Sir Topham Hatt doesn't forget such big things as this, he said to himself. That's very unlike him. He must be very busy if he forgot something as important as this. Fortunately, the cocoa was not damaged and Harvey delivered the cars to the airport. Still, Boco was cross at not having finished the job. So sorry for the problems today, Boco, said Sir Topham Hatt. I've been busy lately, to say the least. This is all my fault. No worries, sir, said Boco. I'm just glad it wasn't another engine, like Gordon. Gordon, said Sir Topham Hatt. What do you know about Gordon? Who told you about that? Nobody, sir, said Boco. I was just saying that, it was better that I crashed instead of an engine like Gordon because, Gordon could have been pulling an important train like the Express or something like that. Fortunately, I was just pulling some cocoa cars that are easily replaceable, but in Gordon's case, passengers are not. Sir Topham Hatt sighed. Oh, yes, that's what you meant. I was thinking of something else. Sir, said Boco, are you feeling— I need to go now, said Sir Topham Hatt. This part of the line has been ruined by the tar, and I will need to get it replaced. I must go work on that. And Sir Topham Hatt walked away. Boco was very confused. What is wrong with Sir Topham Hatt? He wondered. As soon as Boco was put on the track, he went straight to the yard where his friends were and explained what he had seen. Sir Topham Hatt was acting very unusual, he said, as if he couldn't concentrate. I've never seen him like that before. Ever. That's scary, said Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt is always so focused when it comes to railway matters. And to forget something as big as a tar spill, said Oliver. Now that's strange. He's probably just stressed out, said Stepney. I sure hope he's feeling all right. Gordon, who hadn't said anything so far, spoke up. "I need to go now. I have a train to pull." "Wait," said Boco. "Sir Topham Hatt said something about you too, Gordon." "Oh, I'm sure he didn't," said Gordon. "Now, please, let me through." "It was as if he thought you were nearby or something," continued Boco, "and he started to panic when I said your name." Gordon bumped Boco hard. "I need to go now," he said quickly. "Excuse me, please." Boco quietly backed up, and Gordon rushed away. "What was that about?" asked Stepney. "Gordon apparently didn't want to talk about things," said Thomas. "Does any of this strike you as strange?" asked Boco. "Spencer leaving, Norman's disappearance, Gator and Victor arriving. Now Gordon and Sir Topham Hatt know something we don't." "Whoa, how do you know that?" asked Oliver. "Gordon's just late for his train, that's all." "Gordon hasn't been pulling the express," said Boco. "James has been taking it almost every day for some reason. And I'm sure Gordon isn't pulling it because he would need to head to Knapford Station to take his train, not the opposite direction." The engine sat in silence. "Well, maybe you're right," said Thomas finally, "but we shouldn't spread rumors about this. Sir Topham Hatt is our controller and knows what's going on, and Gordon is a well-respected engine who might be taking a break." Thomas's voice trailed off. "You're right, Boco," said Oliver. "This is strange. Way too strange just to be a coincidence. And not to mention," said Boco, "but I saw an unfamiliar engine today right before my crash, but I didn't say anything since Sir Topham Hatt doesn't need more trouble." The engines gasped and continued to talk about Boco's strange engine. Meanwhile, Gordon was not on his way to pull the express as Boco had predicted. He arrived at Tidmouth Station later that evening to collect a train. A few hours later, Gordon finally arrived on the other side of the island. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him. "About time you arrived, Gordon," said Sir Topham Hatt jokingly. "It's nearly midnight." "Sorry, sir," said Gordon, "but I had to be careful that nobody saw me while I was traveling." "I understand," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I would rather have you be careful than get caught." "You don't know how much trouble I had to go through in order to get away from the sheds," said Gordon. "The engines thought I was going crazy or something." "Soon they will know," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You're my trusted confidant, Gordon, and I appreciate your secrecy. You will be compensated for your trouble." "And I'm tired of letting James take the express," said Gordon sadly. "You don't know how much it hurts to watch him pull it every day." "Don't worry, this will all be over soon. For now, however, we can't tell them anything, because I'm sure it will somehow get to the Diesels, and then we'll have a huge mess on our hands." Sir Topham Hatt inspected the equipment. "Rather old," he said, "and quite dusty." "It's been sitting in that old shed near Tidmouth since it arrived," said Gordon. The engine stared back at Sir Topham Hatt. "Safety goggles and everything. At least he came prepared." The engine smiled happily. "But he's not much of a talker," said Gordon. "I tried to have a conversation with him, and he wouldn't say a word. He's probably shy, that's all. Well, Sodor Railway Repair, are you ready to get to work in a few days?" The Sodor Railway Repair nodded. "Fantastic," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I'll come by to check on you tomorrow. Removing tar from railroad track is difficult, so you have a long project ahead of you. And as for you, Gordon, you won't have to keep making strange visits for me anymore. Soon all of the engines will know about this, and not a day too soon." "Yes, sir," said Gordon. "I can't wait to get back to being a really useful engine." Sir Topham Hatt climbed aboard and Gordon puffed away. An engine rolled out of the shadows and stopped. "Well played, Sir Topham Hatt, well played. But Diesel 10 will know about this, as he does about everything, because the claw is the law, and his time is now." And the engine rolled silently away into the shadows.